Welcome. I hope you're as excited as I am to get started with React Native. Before we start diving into our first project, however, there's a couple of bookkeeping items I want to go over really quick. So the first of which is to talk a little bit about React Native. I'm going to go to the React Native homepage by just searching Google for React Native, and you'll see it's the first result to pop up. In all the sections that we're going to go through and all the apps that we're going to work through, I always intend to make sure that it's never a question of why we're putting the code on the screen that we are writing. If you feel like you don't understand what's going on, however, you can always refer to the official documentation. The official docs are really fantastic, and you can see them over here on the left. We're going to be mostly covering iOS, but we will also be diving into Android as well. For individual components, and we'll talk about a lot of these over time, you can see in-depth documentation on each of them on here as well. And finally, some native APIs and some polyfills down here at the bottom for stuff like Flexbox. And again, we'll talk about all these in depth over time. One more thing I want to talk about is the Udemy video editor. So I'm looking at a Udemy video right here, and just so you know, on this player, on the bottom right, if you hover over the gear, you can change the quality of video. I've gotten a lot of questions over time about different quality of the video and how it's poor quality for other people. If you feel like the quality isn't great, I recommend you dial it up to 720 or 1080. For me, it's definitely legible at 720, but whatever you like to run with is your call. So enough of the chit chat. Let's get started in the next section where we're going to start building our first application.